So the serve coming in. Sinner. Out wide's an ace. I'll tell you what the most popular word tonight is. Ace. 26 of them for Sinner, 11 for Djokovic.
There's no way Djokovic only has 11. I'm sorry. I think that's wrong.
He's won.
He had 10 like 5 games ago, and he's definitely ace since then.
Well, my screen is up to date. The scores are ticking over. Serve points won 93% for Sinner in set 5. Serve onto the backhand of Djokovic. It's up the line. Backing up that line from Sinner. Cross-court point for Djokovic. And into the net goes Sinner. We didn't get that point. It's 30-15.
Oh, that's so good from Djokovic because he took that backhand down the line on the rise even earlier than Sinner's been taking it. That just rushed Sinner on the baseline.
Sinner doesn't even look like he's breathing hard. He just walked right in front of us.
But that's the thing, right? He is going hard. He's got the intensity there, but he's just so nonchalant around the court. You think, gosh, is this just the second set? Is he just warming into it? It's the 5th set. And the serve clock is down at 9 as Sinner prepares. Onto the backhand of Djokovic's cross court. And now Djokovic will lean into one in the middle of the court. He put it into the nets. He's disappointed with himself. It's 40-15. It's now looking at every single point. It's every single shot. That's what this 5th set brings at the Australian Open. It's what it's all about. There's Sinner. 40-15, 3-all. The serve. Out wide. Cross-court forehand for Djokovic. And it lands right at the shoelaces of Sinner, who can't handle it. He puts his ball into the net. It's 40-30.
Again, just a huge return, and most of those massive ones are coming off the forehand. Djokovic just not holding back at all. We have a picture.
This sport is extraordinary. Well, oh, there you go. You've had an answer to your question.
Yeah,
we'll get to that in a sec. But we'll see if Sinner can close out this game, keep himself in front. It's 40-30. As the serve clock winds to 0. The serve out wide. Backhand cross court from Djokovic. Up the line goes Sinner. Cross court forehand from Djokovic. Sinner goes up the middle of the court. He's just been moved side to side. And a slice there from Djokovic. Off forehand from Sinner. Up the line goes Djokovic with the backhand. He'll win into a forehand cross court. Forehand from Sinner. Slightly miscued. Goes in. Great angle from Djokovic. Forehand winner. It was cross court. And he's getting the crowd up and about. They don't need the extra, Nole. It's juice.
Well, he's doing to Sinner what Sinner does to so many opponents, which is rush them because of the court position, the quickness. He takes the ball on the rise, and it's Novak is the one that's doing it even quicker. He's not backing off that baseline. I've never seen him hit the ball this hard.
It just continues to astonish. I mean, whatever you think, the fact that he's still going at this level at 38 years of age. Oh, special to watch up close. The serve from Sinner out wide, missing. Second serve. At juice 3-all final set. And the serve onto the backhand of Djokovic into the juice court. Point up the line by Sinner. Cross-court backhand for Djokovic. Sinner is there. Djokovic will go back into the ad court. So will Sinner. They go backhand for backhand. Now the switch from Sinner into the juice court. He's playing a backhand cross court. In the middle of the court goes Djokovic with his. A miscued forehand goes wide from Sinner. And now Novak Djokovic has a break point.
Well, he just keeps getting the crowd involved because it is helping him so much right now, Novak.
Amazing. Amazing. You're watching on the YouTube. I'm shaking my head. Incredible, really. He has not had a breakpoint opportunity in set number 5. Sinner's had 5 and not able to get through. Serve clock winds itself down. Sinner now under pressure, facing a break point. There's the serve from Sinner. Out wide, backhand, Djokovic up the middle of the court, dug out by Sinner. Sits up, Djokovic goes with a forehand up the line. Cross court on the backhand from Sinner. He's now on the forehand, playing that up the line. Cross court backhand angled by Djokovic. He goes back there. Sinner goes with it off forehand, miss! It's 4-3. Novak Djokovic has a break of serve in the final set. 3 hours and 48 minutes on the clock. This is extraordinary.
Djokovic leads 4 against his right.
And it's here on AO Radio. Now let's get to the pictures.
Well, it was this biscuit that I didn't know what it was.
Right, quickly, what is it?
It was from Deborah. It was Baduka wafers. They are light, crispy, and delicate Italian-style wafer cookies featuring 3 layers of cream. And they're available in flavors like chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, and hazelnut. They're produced in the U.S. based on a traditional family recipe. They are lactose-free, kosher certified, and contain no artificial flavors or colors. They sound amazing, and they look amazing. I have seen those now that I've seen the picture. I have seen them. Thank you for sending the picture.
Yeah, thank you.
And Kashik from Finland, snacking on chips and hot chocolate in freezing Finland.
Ooh, lovely.
Negative 15 degrees Celsius. Can't believe the semis has gone for 5 as well. While I generally root for Carlos, if Novak reaches the final, I'd love to see him win a final major as a throwback. And tribute to my favorite era of men's tennis involving the trio of Rafa, Federer, and Novak. I have maybe one more I can do. Jordan, happy Midnight Madness from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, USA. So glad for the long matches so I can listen to AO Radio while I start the workday. After having a bowl of grape nuts with blueberries for breakfast, it's a cereal, grape nuts.
Yes, thank you.
I'm sitting at my desk with my much-needed coffee by my side and some chocolate-covered pretzels stowed away for a mid-morning snack later. Cheers to the whole crew.
142 points won by Jannik Sinner, 130 by Novak Djokovic. Djokovic is leading 4-3 with a break in the final set. The serve out wide. Cross-court forehand from Sinner. Djokovic goes up the line. Cross-court backhand for Sinner. Takes the net, falls in. Sliced up the line by Djokovic. Cross-court forehand by Sinner. Big fight at the line for Djokovic. Cross-court backhand from Sinner. Backhand to backhand they go in the ad court. Now Djokovic will switch. Sinner cross-court forehand. Forehand up the middle of the court for Djokovic. Digging out. No. Backhand back behind by Sinner. He's stung into action. It's love 15.
And no real reaction from Sinner. Normally he looks over when he plays a very good point like that and hits a winner over to his team, but he just went over to his towel, still not looking over at him, just taking it in, just trying to keep that calm composure.
Takes a little bit of extra time, does Djokovic. Love 15. As he waits now, the serve clock down to 3. He'll deliver this ball. The serve out wide, missing. He went long. Second serve. 3 hours and 51 minutes. It is 1:14 on Saturday morning in Melbourne. The second serve onto the forehand, picked up by Sinner. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Backhand to backhand they go in the ad court. A little deeper from Sinner, matched by Djokovic. They continue with a bit more angle. Now Sinner, well, who's going to be the first to blink here? What a rally this is. It switched to the forehand now for Djokovic. Off forehand from Sinner, almost missed it, land on the baseline. He hits it off forehand this time. Full stretch, Djokovic coming forward is Sinner, and this will get over and he'll nicely put it away. Just delicate is all he had to be, and it's love 30.
And Djokovic cannot believe it. It was a great backhand cross-court rally and one very deep, high, heavy ball that Djokovic was surprised hit the back of the line, and Sinner took advantage of it. Excellent rallying. I don't even know how you do this, Pete. I can barely keep up with the rally watching.
20 years.
It is going that fast.
It is. The one thing in the game, the sport, 20 years to now, is the pace. As the serve clock winds down, Djokovic will serve into the net. Second serve coming up. At love 30. He's got the break though. It is 4-3. As the serve coming in. Djokovic onto the forehand. Cross court from Sinner. Up the line goes Djokovic. Cross court backhand. Sinner backhand to backhand. They go in the 8 court. Up the line goes Sinner. Cross court forehand from Djokovic. Sinner is there playing one up the line. And into the net goes Djokovic. He was almost off balance again. Meters from the baseline. Again goes down on his haunches. He survived a hell of a lot of break points here. He's got 3 more to contend with at love 40.
And you know he's going to take the full 25 seconds, just taking his time. I think he got just surprised by the change-up of the last forehand from Sinner. It was, again, the higher, heavier one. He was falling backward on that backhand.
Well, he staved off all of the break points so far, and there have been a few for Djokovic. The serve out wide, missing. Trying to give it everything. The second serve. And the serve. Onto the forehand of Sinner, it's into the nets.
I mean, that's
He has saved
ridiculous.
6 out of 6 break points in this final set. Still 2 more to come at 15:40.
But that's ridiculous. He went huge on that. Huge. I mean, that is risky. 189 kilometers an hour down the tee. Unbelievable nerve and bravery from Novak.
What's he agitated about there? That was just out of my view, chatting to Damien Dumassois.
It's like you said, he needs that in this moment.
15:40. Djokovic prepares the serve. Down the tee, picked up by Sinner, just gets over. Point of the line by Djokovic. High ball from Sinner. At the service line, the overhead. Good from Djokovic. He saved another one. He's got one to come. It's 30-40.
That was incredible. Did not hesitate. That's
30,
the shot that gives
40.
him the most trouble, I would say. I mean, he doesn't really hit it that hard. He usually just places it in the court, but he went after that overhead.
Well, he's not known for his overhead prowess.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's the most aggressive I've probably seen him hit an overhead.
Well, still a break point at 30-40. As the serve comes in from Djokovic. Onto the forehand to sit up the middle of the court. Cross-court forehand from Djokovic. Forehand to forehand, they go in the juice court. And back that way from Sinner. Who's going to blink first? Up the middle of the court goes Sinner. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic, matched by Sinner. Up the line goes Djokovic pressing. He's going to move in and play a ball at the line. Sinner is there with a big cross-court backhand. Dug out from Djokovic. Back up the middle of the court. Sinner's gone big. He's gone big again. And we are at juice. He has saved off another 3 break points in this game, Djokovic.
Unbelievable. Now he's trying to entice the crowd once again.
Yeah, this is a delaying tactic to buy him some more time.
Break points saved overall, 16 of 18 for Djokovic, 5 of 8 for Sinner.
Yeah.
That's how much he's had to work.
I mean, you know, if he does get through this, how do we work the superlatives?
Thank you. Thank you.
How could you do it? Another 6-minute service game for Djokovic. We are at juice. He's up a break. It's 4-3, and he does get the warning now. And he's been testing and testing and testing and testing. It's unfortunate that it's at this stage of the match. But both players really have had a bit of latitude from the umpire tonight. So Djokovic, well, now can take all the time that he wants. And the serve down the tee is missing long. Second serve. Probably for Jannik Sinner, you don't want that time violation because you don't need anything to fire Novak Djokovic up.
Yeah,
He doesn't
exactly.
need any extra.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yeah, second serve. And the serve. Onto the backhand of Sinner up the middle of the court. Cross-court backhand from Djokovic. Backhand to backhand they go. Sinner continues in that ad court. Middle of the court's Djokovic. Big off forehand from Sinner. Djokovic is there. Back there again is Sinner. Back they go. Toe-to-toe up the line. Missing Sinner. The backhand up the line. Off target. Djokovic has game point. It's a matter of inches. It really is. A close call comes up. It's a single zoomer. We are about to cross 4 hours for the match. Novak Djokovic has a point for 5-3 in the final set. The records will tumble if he is to prevail.
Thank you. Both players are ready. Thank you.
As we wait for the serve to come in. Djokovic with game point. And the serve. Down the tees at ace! He holds his racket up, he shakes it for the crowds. The barest of margins, that serve was in. It's 5-3 final set for Novak.
It's 5 against 3.
He stretches out in front of us. Jannik Sinner is going to have to produce something special here.
Thank you.
And it will be Sinner serving from the far end to stay in the match. The serve down the tee, blocked back by Djokovic. Waiting there, Sinner, the +1 good into the juice court corner. It's 15-love.
Amazing how you can try and have to keep this composure at this moment. It is so loud in this stadium. Djokovic just feeding off of it.
It's 1:22 and no one's left. And why would you? What a day it's been. The serve from Sinner into the nets. The most dramatic day that we've had of the tournament this year. Second serve from Sinner. The serve onto the backhand of Djokovic. Rip cross court. Cross court backhand from Sinner. Up the line goes Djokovic. Cross court forehand from Sinner. Up the line to the Kia sign goes Djokovic with his forehand. And it's 30-love.
I can't blame him. That's the pattern he's been thriving on tonight when that down the line forehand is open. It's the first one he's missed in a while.
So 4 hours exactly on the Rolex. 30-love Sinner. The serve. Out wide misses. Second serve. As Djokovic a metre from the baseline for this one. He'll wait, play it as a backhand up the line. Cross-court backhand from Sinner. Backhand up the other line for Djokovic. Cross-court forehand from Sinner. And into the net again goes Djokovic with his forehand up the line. Again hitting the Kia sign. And it's 40-love.
14-11.
Well, even though he was down in that last service game, has saved great points, you just feel like he can swing even still so freely in this game because he has been serving so well in this match.
We had 5 hours plus in the first semi-final. We've got 4 hours plus in the second. Djokovic waits for Sinner. The serve down the tee, blocked back by Djokovic. Drop shot by Sinner. Coming forward is Djokovic. He goes cross-court short. Up the line goes Sinner. Delicate up the line, getting it done. And he holds. But Novak Djokovic will serve for a spot in the Australian Open final at 5-4, final set on AO Radio.
5-4.
Well, Kevin has written in from Medina, Ohio. I'm about to have my very exciting breakfast of 2 Nutri-Grain bars. Midnight madness indeed. I'm living on the edge. Hilarious.
We all are.
Let's see. Where's the name? Oh, Agazi from Addis Ababa in Ethiopia. How
Addis
cool is
Ababa.
that?
Yeah.
This was a little while ago, though. It's 4:45 p.m. Planning on canceling my class that starts in 15 minutes so I can follow this match closely. Any suggestions on what excuses I can tell the instructor?
Just say tennis.
Yeah,
They'll
exactly.
understand.
Totally. You don't need anything else.
All right. A couple more very quickly. We're going to run out of time.
Martin from Czech Republic. Hi from Europe. Winter, just drinking my own homemade spruce syrup. It's very refreshing. Nice commentary of greatest duels. Vamos, Martin.
All right, let's take in the atmosphere here. As Sinner jogs back slowly to our end of the court. He's making a point here that he is ready to go. Novak will not be rushed. Damien Dumassoir just staring at him, saying, come on, let's go. He steps out onto court. The crowd, well, they have got their money's worth and then some. I hope you've enjoyed this around the world on AO Radio. We've still got the finals to come. Novak Djokovic steps to the line. 5-4 in the final set. He's almost there. As we wait now for this ball to come in. The serve clock is down at 2. He's got to be quick. He serves onto the forehand of Sinner, and that ball goes long from Sinner. It is 15-love. He's 3 points away.
Actually took a little off that serve, went for higher trajectory over the net, just kicking up on Jannik.
So Djokovic prepares again. 15-love, 5-4 final set. And the serve. Down the tee, onto the forehand. A Sinner off forehand from Djokovic. Sinner is there with the cross court. It's long. It's long. It's 30-love.
30-love.
Another error coming off the Sinner rackets. Oh, the Sinner coaching team were on their feet, just urging their player on. Djokovic, though, is 2 points away. He steps to the line again. The crowd restless, but they settle. And the serve coming in. Onto the forehand of Sinner. Rip cross court up the line goes Djokovic. Sinner's backhand into the ad court. Backhand to backhand they go. Djokovic, who blinks this time. His backhand into the corner is long. It's 30-15.
Again, it's a higher, deeper one from Sinner that he's able to get the length on the cross court that got the mistake from Djokovic.
The tension just rises just that little bit more. As we wait now for the serve to come in from Novak Djokovic. 4 hours and 5 minutes on the Rolex clock. There are heads in hands. The serve. Out wide onto the backhand, up the line from Sinner. Cross-court forehand from Djokovic, lands on the baseline. He follows up the line. Sinner's there, backhand netted. 2 match points. Novak Djokovic is on the verge of something quite extraordinary.
40-15.
The crowd, members of the crowd are on their feet. I think everyone here and listening around the world understands what's going on and what we're about to see potentially. Match point for Novak Djokovic. At 40-15, the serve out wide, forehand from Sinner, cross court. Djokovic up the line, backhand picked up by Sinner. Backhand there again from Djokovic, cross court. He goes back to the ad court. Sinner is there, backhand to backhand they go. Who's going to blink first? Djokovic to the Sinner off forehand. Cross court again, Djokovic going forward. Now he's got to go to play a forehand, short ball. Djokovic goes cross court with a backhand, cross court forward from Sinner. Djokovic into the nets. The barest of margins, but it's another match point at 40-30.
That's unbelievable ball striking, unbelievable rally, and Sinner's team on their feet.
40-30.
Everyone on their feet.
It is match point number 2 for Novak Djokovic. Be honest, how many of you are expecting this result tonight?
Thank you.
Match point number 2 for Novak Djokovic. He prepares again. And the serve from Djokovic. Out wide, blocked back by Sinner. Short ball, Djokovic. Back to Sinner up the line. Picked up by Djokovic. It's a half-court ball. Sinner puts it away.
Wow.
How did he do that? We're a deuce.
Wow, what an unbelievable get. He just guessed the right way. Unreal anticipation from Sinner. Sinner just looking up at the sky, just read his lips saying, come on.
Oh, I reckon wherever you're listening around the world, if you're doing something, just stop in your tracks and take this in.
Thank you.
The best that this sport has to offer.
Please.
The best the Australian Open has to offer. We are at deuce. And the serve from Djokovic. Onto the backhand of Sinner. It goes long, the return. And yet again, Novak Djokovic has match points.
Djokovic.
Ball coming through the middle at 200 kilometres an hour. He's owned this court for such a long time, Novak Djokovic. He's on the verge of creating another special moment. Match point number 3 for Novak Djokovic. And the serve takes the net, flies long. The second serve will eventually come in. Way back in the court is Sinner waiting for the ball. Match point number 3 for Djokovic. And the serve onto the forehand of Sinner, hammered cross court. And Sinner will go the cross backhand. Cross backhand from Djokovic. Sinner goes wide!
3-6, 6-3, 4-6.
On a court where he's created so much history. This will have to go down as one of his greatest ever performances. A warm embrace for Jannik Sinner. And now his hands in the air. He falls to his knees. 38 years of age. He has produced some of his best tennis. 4 hours and 9 minutes. He is still down on the court. Now he gets to his feet. He has produced something extraordinary tonight. 3-6, 6-3, 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. Novak Djokovic is through to the Australian Open final for the 11th time. Jannik Sinner leaves the court quickly. He played his part tonight, but Novak Djokovic, now the emotion showing. Wow, that was incredible.
That was incredible. He really knew he had to step up, and he stepped up for over 4 hours. And I think that was the thing that we were wondering if he could be able, because Sinner just comes up with so much heat and so much pace, and Novak matched him tonight. It was unreal.
He's now sitting back in his chair. Jim Courier is saying, look, I'm standing here.
I think he just should go
He needs
sit
a moment.
I think he should just go sit next to him. I don't know if he wants to get up right now.
That would be a sensible move, actually. But he's just taking it in, and there is emotion in Nole's camp too. You never write off a champion. You cannot. And he continues to push the boundaries of this sport. That's the amazing thing for me. What an era it's been, and continues to be. He's going to play Carlos Alcaraz for a shot at another Australian Open title, Jill.
That's incredible. Yeah. He has his work cut out for him going back to back, but both of them have gone the distance today. So it's going to be another very physical final, but he can at least relish this moment right now. It was incredible tennis.
I'm shaking my head. I know you can see that on the YouTube stream, but, well, what might have been for Jannik Sinner, we can ruminate on that over the next 24 to 48 hours. But, wow, this was amazing. What a privilege to watch this and bring this to you on AO Radio tonight. What a day we've brought to you on AO Radio. He gets up from his chair, very slowly walks to Jim Courier. This is going to be a fun interview. You can count on that. As we wait, and now let's hear from him. It's Novak and Jim again on Rod Laver Arena.
Another memorable performance, Novak, on this court that's meant so much to you. We watched you just now sitting, looking back, looking up in the sky, thinking about the moment. What is this moment like for you right now?
I'm lost for words right now, to be honest. Oh my God, where should I? It feels surreal, to be honest. Playing almost, it was over 4 hours, almost 2 a.m. reminiscing in 2012 when I played Rafa in the finals. That was 6 hours almost, but the level of intensity and I guess the quality of tennis was extremely high, and I knew that that was the only way for me to have a chance to win tonight against him. You know, he won last 5 matches against me. He had my mobile number, so I had to change my number for tonight. Now, jokes aside, you know, I told him at the net, thanks for allowing me at least one, you know, in the last couple of years. I have tremendous respect for him. Incredible player. I mean, he pushes you to the very limit, which is what he did tonight to me. So he deserves a great round of applause, obviously, for his performance. Some legends stayed up to 2 a.m. Margaret Court, thank you so much for being here tonight. I cannot thank enough for the support to all the people. I mean, you guys have been incredible tonight, honestly, incredible. I love our passionate relationship. Every year is something different, you know. And tonight it has been one of the, if not the best night, atmosphere-wise, support-wise, I ever had in Australia. For sure. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
The love's still there for you, and we love to still be getting a chance to see you play. It's no guarantee that you would be back in a year, and still here you come. Last year at the US Open, you sat in front of the press and you said, I think these guys are just playing at a different level. These are your quotes, not mine. He said, I think in best of 5, it's going to be very difficult for me. Can you admit that you were wrong last year in New York?
I wasn't wrong. I said it would be very difficult, but not impossible. So here we are. Yeah, you're right. You're recalling it very well. I said that they were playing on a different level, so I just had to find that level.
You got there. You got there. And you get to play another one of these young guys. Did you get a chance to watch Carlos and Sasha's match this afternoon while you were getting ready for yours?
Yes, I did watch. I was very eager to get out on the court. So what an incredible match. I mean, we tried to match that quality and that intensity. But credit and kudos to both of these guys for battling it out. I think you guys got your value for the ticket today, that's for sure. That's for sure. I want 10% of tonight's tickets sold. Craig, 10%, no negotiations. What did I want to say? Yeah, I saw Carlos after the match, and he told me, I'm sorry to delay the start of your match. And I told him, I'm an old man, I need to go earlier to sleep. So I'm looking forward to see him in a few days.
We're looking forward to it as well. Last question. We'll let the recovery begin. On Sunday night, as it always is, it seems with you, more history on the line. You'll be playing for your mind-blowing 11th Australian Open title and your 25th major title. What would it mean to you to win on Sunday night?
Well, honestly, it feels like winning already tonight, you know, winning the whole. But I know I have to come back in a couple of days, well, less than a couple of days, and fight the number 1 in the world. So I just hope that I'll have enough gas to stay toe-to-toe with him. You know, that's my desire, and then let the God decide the winner.
Good luck, Novak. What a performance tonight.
Yep,
there he is.
Absolutely.
The
4 hours.
champ. It might be 11 come Sunday.
And 9 minutes on court. What a performance. That's one we're going to be talking about for quite some time, Jill.
It is, yeah. It was absolutely incredible. I mean, you could just see how he was trying to form thoughts to describe what he was feeling at that moment, and he did. He just got in the middle of the court and really relished this moment. The crowd was outstanding. I think you and I were saying that during the speech. It was probably one of the most incredible atmospheres that we've experienced.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. It was something special tonight, something special today. I mean, you've had the other one was almost 5.5 hours out there on court. And the head-to-head between Djokovic and Alcaraz is 5-4 in favour of Djokovic. So he's going to hopefully sign some autographs and take a little bit of time out there, but he's got to pack up all these things and get out. I mean, we've seen plenty of great moments from Novak Djokovic, but this was something special because of the high level. Sinner didn't give it to him. He went after it.
No, he did. He lifted. He knew he had to. That's what he said. He knew he had to, and he did it really from probably I think the second or third game. He just unleashed on a couple and just absolutely went after it. Yeah.
And he's got the team member just taking the bags for him, which is probably a good move too. He's going to sign a few autographs before he leaves the court and gets stuck into rehab mode and get himself ready. At least he's got the muscle memory of knowing what playing in a final's like.
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
He's 11th. Oh, wow. That is just amazing. Hey, look, we're just about in for our coverage. It's been a long day. Let's read out just a couple more of your snacks. Midnight Madness, something special for our only Midnight Madness tonight.
Scott from Dublin, California. Thank you for the great commentary. Currently snacking on Biscoff cookies.
Nice.
It's a type of speculoos, a traditional spiced shortbread cookie from Belgium with its name combining biscuit and coffee because it pairs so well with a hot drink. Shout out to my mom and dad for introducing me to tennis.
All right, maybe one more.
Sion from Switzerland. Hi, guys. Great commentary. Currently listening on the road through the snowy Alpine passes, snacking on French mustard chips. Cheering for Nole. He deserves that trophy. Keep up the good work.
We will do as much as we possibly can on that front. But we look ahead to tomorrow as Novak continues to sign autographs. Be the women's doubles final we will have for you from midday. So we're on air midday. What are we coming up to? 2 in the morning, Jill.
I'm ready for sleep.
8 hours, 8 and a bit hours. We'll be back on air with that doubles final, followed by the men's doubles final. It's not before 2:30 as we're hearing Novak continuing to sign autographs. And then we will have the evening serve. It will be a 1-hour edition with Nat. I think Jamie Forless is going to be on tomorrow, as well as Eleanor Crooks. That will be your lineup there for a full hour preview of the women's singles final, Arina Sabalenka and Elena Rybakina. So that's your menu for tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got the whole day free, so we'll be replaying the women's singles final and probably some of the doubles finals. Then we'll have the best of AO Radio as well. And then it will be Carlos Alcaraz and Novak Djokovic to see who wins the title. Thank you, Jill.
Thank you, Pete. Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure with you as well. Thank you to all our correspondents for Midnight Madness, wherever you've been listening around the world. Novak Djokovic slowly making his way up the tunnel. He has won a 5-set thriller. A dramatic day here at Rod Laver Arena. We'll be back again tomorrow with plenty more. The weekend is here, and we hope you can stay with us for more finals action on AO Radio. But for now, here's AO Radio Overnight.
This is AO Radio Overnight, bringing you the best of the Australian Open until our live coverage continues.
Hi everyone and welcome to another episode of The Sit Down. I'm Matt Trellope, a writer for AusOpen.com.
And I'm Viv Christie, Managing Editor of Australian Tennis Magazine.
And Viv, why are we sitting down this week with Victoria Azarenka?
Well, any time is a great time to talk to Vika, but what better time than leading into another Australian Open where she is a two-time champion and also made her world number one debut. So we had the chance to catch up with Vika where she talked about this tournament, her 20-year career, her her motivations and a legacy she'd like to leave.
Absolutely. And speaking of 20 years, Australian Open 2025 is exactly the 20-year anniversary of when Vika, she played the Australian Open 2005 Juniors, her first appearance in Melbourne, and she won the girls' singles titles. So she's one of those rare players who's won both the girls' and women's titles here. And another lovely round number, she also has exactly 50 match wins at the Australian Open. So it was really interesting to hear her talk about how she might go this year in 2025.
So Vika, you're talking to us from the Australian Open where you won back-to-back titles. You were also a junior champion. It must be special to come back to a place with so many happy memories.
Yes, for sure. Every time I come to Australia, it's always a treat. Just go out there in front of amazing crowd. We all know how much Aussies love sports, love tennis in particular. So I'm always very eager to get here. And beginning of the year, I think there's another level and layer of excitement. So yeah, I'm always going to have unforgettable memories coming here, but at this point I'm also trying to create still some more new ones.
By my calculations, this is the 17th year that you're starting your season in Australia after you made your Grand Slam debut here in 2006. That's an incredible bank of memories.
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like it's probably longer than 17 years. From what I counted, it was like almost, I think it's my 20th or 21st season on the professional tour. But yeah, definitely. I probably forgot a lot of things that actually happened also in Australia. But as I said, there's going to be so many memories. And I also feel like once I do actually retire, I will kind of have more of like a reminiscing moments. But yeah, it's always a great pleasure to be here. As I said, to come back, and I've met a lot of friendships here. I've met a lot of people, even the locker room attendees that remember me since the junior days, and I remember them. So it's very cool.
So many joyful memories in your career. What is currently giving you the most joy in the sport?
I feel like I had to find that at different times in my career. At the beginning, it was chasing something, then it was chasing something else and stuff. And at this point, I feel like after so many years, I have to find joy, maybe sometimes even outside of the court, because those are probably the most challenging things for me right now is continue to travel and I think probably traveling is the most difficult part, and not being home and not having a certain routine, which I know that I've done it for so many years. I don't really have a particular routine. It's always moving, but at the same time, I have to find those little moments that do excite me to travel, because tennis is still joy. Is going out in front of the crowd and hearing my name and competing and just putting on a good show. I still feel we do play for ourselves and it is our job, but we try to entertain people so they enjoy. They paying their tickets and hopefully they get their tickets worth. But yeah, I think tennis wise it's not as much motivation. Is more like things outside that I still need to continue to kind of make effort to find.
So if this is your 20th or 21st season on tour, what are some of the changes or the biggest changes you've noticed in the professional game in your time in it?
Well, just in tennis, I think the physical aspect has changed pretty drastically. Even when I just started, there weren't so many players who, there's very few who were traveling with a fitness coach, and the fitness and the physicality has become such a big part, and you can see that in the younger players, a lot of them stronger, explosive, and powerful. And I think that aspect of the game has changed. There are differences with the courts. The courts I would say in most cases become slower. The balls are also changed. So like grass courts, I think is a big, very big difference is how much slower the grass has become and how much the ball goes up versus sliding down over the years, even from my junior days. So there's a lot of them. I feel like this season became extensively longer, which is not necessarily a good thing. But the evolution of sport has definitely changed. The conversations around tennis has changed. I feel we are pushing boundaries, specifically in the women's game, to continue uplift and maintain that leadership in women's sports and elevate it step by step. And for me, that is my passion. That's what I also very proud of to do outside of the court. But yeah, there's significant changes. I basically came in as a youngster in one generation, played through that generation, the same generation, pretty much a lot of people already retired from my generation. And now I'm playing against girls who are 17 years old. And it's a little bit weird at times, but it's very cool at the same time.
We've been very interested to ask you, speaking of those generations, there's a little, look, fans have their opinions on social media, but there's been definitely in the last few years some fans that will share a clip of like an old match from 15 years ago or 20, and they'll say things like, oh, the girls nowadays just don't play like they used to, which is flattering in a way because the generation then was incredible. But we were just watching the United Cup and watching Goff play Swiatek, and it was ridiculous. Like, it was such great tennis. So when so people's opinions are their opinions, but when you hear that, like, do you think it isn't as good now as it was back then, or do you watch it now and think the level's incredible?
Oh, well, both. I mean, I think when we were, coming on tour, we heard kind of the same thing in a way. So I think it's kind of goes rounds and rounds. But at the same time, people have, they fall in love with us. Maybe, me, Serena, Maria, where, we had that level of dominance over a pretty long period of times, and Venus, as well, and Kim Clijsters before. So I think they fell in love with tennis at that time. And I think now it's maybe feels different for them, and probably a younger generation fall in love with younger players, and maybe they don't know so many of older generations. So I think it's a pretty normal cycle. I don't feel like there is a necessity to compare the eras. I think there's beauty in all of them, and I think that's what we should kind of focus on, and not comparing. There's too many comparisons all the time, men, women, old generation versus young generation, and I think that's I don't know what it's for necessarily. I can have my opinion where there was probably a little bit more consistency at the top throughout the years, but at the same time now you have so many players that look fearless. They can play unbelievable on any given day, and that's what makes it dangerous. So you can look at it at many different ways. Depends on what you want to extract from those conversations. But I see a lot of positives in before, in now, and I always look forward, how can we make it better? And I think that's the productive conversation, not that one.
Yeah. So how do we make it better?
Many different ways. I think we have a lot of stories of players and how we can develop them to introduce more tennis. I think there are innovations in our sport that need to happen. The traditions in tennis are good, but I feel like a lot of other sports implement a lot more innovations that we do. I think we are always been a little bit, scared to change and get everybody to agree, because everybody wants to have their own character, their own way, and I'm talking specifically in Grand Slams. But I think there's a lot of cool ways how we can innovate. We want to attract more young audience who don't have too much attention span, for 5 sets or for really long matches. And I think there's a great opportunity to do that. We starting to have identity in some of those tournaments on the WTA and ATP of combined events of thousands, and how we can create, bigger equity and bigger attention in those spaces, structurally as well. And if we can have a little less bureaucracy, I think we can go further.
You've been a role model to many women in tennis, and including, I believe, Aryna Sabalenka, your countrywoman. How does it feel now seeing her replicate some of your achievements, like 2 Australian titles in a row, the world #1 ranking? that must be quite special as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. We're both from a very small country that doesn't have an extensive history in tennis, and I felt like, in a way, I was, trailblazing a way for players like Arena. In a way, I didn't know, how to handle media attention as well, how to the contracts and all that attention. It felt like, okay, I'm just, gonna try to find a way, and it's very cool to see that